Revenge films.
My name is Shitaya Sugata, 29 years old. My husband has 4 siblings. His older brother, 32, younger sister, 26, and his younger brother, 23. His older brother has been married for 3 years, and due to work-related reasons, lived near the airport to visit their parents' house. His younger brother was recently engaged and lived near their parents' home too. They were getting ready for their wedding ceremony. As for my husband's younger sister, Kotomi, she was single and lived with her parents. We live in the house too. I don't usually meet with my eldest brother-in-law's wife, but I am still fond of her sense of humor and overall composure. She's the type of person that doesn't let anyone boss her around, but still helps out others when they are in need. I heard she was very popular among the guys and the girls. My younger brother-in-law's soon-to-be wife was the polar opposite. She was small and cutesy, but slightly different from the others. She was always complaining about how the eldest wife was not present in many family gatherings.
The eldest wife is just afraid of how cute I am. She thinks I steal the spotlight away from her. But I don't blame her. I heard she's 30 years old. I bet she's ugly and has wrinkly skin.
That's not true. She's beautiful.
Hey sis, you don't need to act like that when she's not here. If she's pretty, then there's no reason not to attend family meetings. Which means she's not pretty enough to feel confident in coming to the meetings. She'll make me look even prettier if she ever comes to these meetings.
She's just busy with work. You know she works at...
Don't care. I don't have to work because I'm pretty enough to be a housewife, but she has to work. You know what they say, an ugly woman has to work twice as hard.
That's not even a proper saying, but I decided not to say anything. I knew she won't listen to me, so it wasn't worth my time trying to have a normal conversation with her. The 2 wives weren't going to meet until the wedding day. On the wedding day, the bride looked extra cute with all the wedding dress and makeup. She even made sure to be around Kotome and me and said,
"Excellent work, you two. I look extra cute being around you gals."
It was during the photo session that the commotion began. Many guests brought their camera and started lining up at a different place. The bride was shocked to see what was going on.
What's going on? Today's supposed to be my day.
I went to check what was going on, to see my sister-in-law in the middle of the commotion.
Who is she?
She's the eldest brother's wife. Have you not seen her before? She's so pretty, right? The bride felt horrible. If you didn't know, my sister-in-law was a well-known model. She's tall, thin, and has a small face. She wasn't just a typical model, but a top-tier one. Even I forgot this was a wedding and started taking photos of her in a dress. Although she stopped working as a full-time model after getting married, she still gets many jobs worldwide to pose for their magazines. I feel bad for saying this, but there was no way an ordinary girl like the bride could ever beat a model like her. Even though she was in her 30s, she still cared for her skin and constantly worked out to keep in shape. So she looked younger than the bride, who was still in her 20s. She was even wearing a simple dress that amplified her beauty even more. It was like an angel from heaven.
A celebrity's here!
I heard she's a model. I've seen it in her magazines. I never thought I'll be able to meet her in person. It's like a dream come true.
I want her signature!
Everyone quickly turned their backs on the bride after realizing a model was in the hall. Then, my sister-in-law came towards our table to sit with us. How do I look? I made sure to look as good as I could for you two. She told me she did this as revenge to the bride for talking behind her back. I guess it worked out because the bride stopped talking about how cute she was. She even stopped calling us ugly.
I bet she lost all confidence after she saw our big sister.
I know exactly what happened. When the eldest sister-in-law went to congratulate her new family member, she quietly told the bride, "Pathetic. You should have seen the face of the bride. It looked like her soul left her body." The bride already had children before marriage and thought she would be the center of attention. However, the baby wasn't actually blood-related to the family. After getting married, she even came to the house with the baby and said,
Mother, isn't she so cute? It's your first ever grandchild. And sis, why don't you practice holding a baby so that when you get one yourself, you'll be prepared?
She was making the family take care of the baby instead of her.
Mother, you always look after Shitayo's family. Why don't you pay attention to us? We're your family too.
She was constantly throwing a tantrum like a 4-year-old. My mother-in-law and I couldn't say anything, as she was still loved by her husband. Eventually, the eldest brother came in and gave us something.
My wife told me to give this to you guys. Apparently it's going to solve all your problems or something?
It was a photo of them at the wedding. Kotome and I decided to hang them around the whole house. We even placed the best photo at the entrance. It was a portrait of the two together. It was a full-body shot, so it showed everything. Next, the living room held the photo with the sister in the center, held up by 2 of the brothers. The best part about it was that the bride was in the corner of the photo. The photo at the diner table showed the bride crying. Even the makeup wore off from the tears, which made it much better. The other photo was one with my eldest sister and children in the garden. Don't worry, the bride was still in the background. Well, she's blurred out, but you get the picture. There were still many photos to decorate the house with. I still don't know where she took these photos. All I know is that they used Photoshop to make her look like a side character even more. We were just decorating the house, so it didn't cause any suspicions from anyone else. And even if someone asked why there were so many photos of our eldest sister, we just tell them, we're all a fan of her work. Isn't she pretty? No one suspects that the blurred-out girl in a wedding dress is actually our sister-in-law. These photos worked like a charm. She stopped visiting our house after seeing the images. I guess her pride can't take the fact that someone was prettier than her in the family. Even if she ran past the entrance, she would be greeted by more reminders of that disaster wedding. One time, when she tried calling me, just saying the name of our eldest sister-in-law made her cut the call. Whenever she's around, we bring up our eldest sister-in-law as if she's a chant to draw away the demon. These little things were enough to free us from our insufferable extended family.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.